Hey guys, it's me again. Today is Tuesday, January the 12th. Um, Today I'm going to be reading from the book of Job. Um, just to be honest about it, guys, I feel like Job this week. It's been one of those the last couple of days. I've struggled. I really have. I'll be honest about it. I've not been in a good way. Um, the weather around here is not, not straightened up yet. I think tomorrow it's supposed to start getting better. Some of the ice melting. There's no school. Nobody getting out. Nobody on the roads. And I've just, you know. Nobody getting out means no cars worked on, no cars being picked up, which means, no money for me. Um, you know, I have to, I have to make probably $500 a day, to break even, to pay my bills and to pay workers and things like that. And I think I made $73 today. Um, and it's just, it's just been one thing after the other. The heat's broke down again. It's just, and I had an ATV. Most of you guys don't know it, but my shop, I actually own two different shops. One's automotive shop, one's ATV shop. The service centers have actually, both of them are, together, but a lot of my business is ATV and motorcycle related. And I had an ATV in there that I was planning to get out either yesterday or today that was going to be a pretty big ticket deal. I was going to get, I've been having to buy parts for it for the last week or so, and I've got a lot of parts in it, and I've got a lot of money tied up in it, and I was going to get it done and get it, get paid for it. And of course, I got into it today, and it needed a part that we didn't think that it needed, so I didn't order this part, and this part is also like $200, and anyway, long story short, the money I thought was going to be coming in from this thing getting done is not coming in, and I have to spend more money on it out of my pocket that I really don't have. But anyway, guys, I'm not trying to make you feel sorry for me or anything. I'm just trying to set the scene, kind of like Job, some of the things he went through. And I'm just, trying to let you know, what's in my heart, and that, I've still got trust in the Lord, that He's going to get me through all this. But, we need to be realistic that, we still struggle sometimes with it. We still don't like it. We still don't have to like it. And, but anyway, I maybe shouldn't even told this, but I'm going to read from Job. Guys, just continue to pray for me. I know everything's going to work out. I mean, I do. I really know that. It's just, one of those deals, can I put up with it till it does? And maybe the Lord's trying to teach me something. If He is, I pray that He gets it through my thick noggin. But anyway, I'm going to start Job chapter 10, read a few verses. I'm going to read a couple verses all throughout the book of Job. My soul loathes my life. I will give free course to my complaint. I will speak in the bitterness of my soul. I will say to God, do not condemn me. Show me why you contend with me. Does it seem good to you that you should oppress, that you should despise the work of your hands, and smile on the counsels of the wicked? Do you have eyes of flesh, or do you see as man sees? Are your days like the days of a mortal man? Are your years like the days of a mighty man? that you should seek for any iniquity and search out my sin, although you know that I am not wicked, and there is no one who can deliver from your hand. That's Job 10, starting verse 1 to verse 7. I'm also going to read a spot here in Job 21. And guys, I'll be honest about it. I have a problem with this. You know, Job's questioning God here, talking about the wicked prospering. You know, I have a real bad problem with this. And I know, I pray that the Lord teaches me, which He says it in His Word that it's going to happen. Excuse me, but I've always had a problem with this. You know, I've asked my dad before when we've had hard times. And, you know, most of the time we're not like this. You know, most of the time our business is booming, and you know we can't get it done fast enough. But when I have times like this, you know, I question. You know, I know you don't see it very often, but guys, believe me, I'm an honest mechanic. I know you don't see those very often, but you know my shop is honest. You know we do things honestly. We charge honestly. You know, if a car comes in and it don't need, you know, there's shops around here, like I'm sure all you guys have seen, where you take a car in and they come out with a big list and say, here, it's going to be $1,200. And they're wanting to put parts on it that it don't need. And they're trying to get you to do stuff that don't need to be done just to be doing it. Well, we've got several of those shops around here. And, you know, when we get struggling, I think about this. You know, I think, you know, these guys that are so immoral and run these crooked, immoral shops, and they don't care about people, and they don't try to do people honest. They just do so good, you know. They prosper. They've always got bays full, you know, which that makes you wonder about the stupidity of human nature, you know. Why do you keep going back to places like that? But anyway, I've always wondered about that, you know. Why do these wicked people, you know, I see these wicked, godless garages, you know, packed out the doors, you know, and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs sometimes. So, but I'm going to start on that. Job chapter 21. Then Job answered and said, listen carefully to my speech, and let this be your consolation. Bear with me that I may speak, and after I've spoken, keep mocking. As for me, is my complaint against men, and if it were, why should I not be impatient? Look at me and be astonished. Put your hand over your mouth. Even when I remember, I am terrified, and trembling takes hold of my flesh. Why do the wicked live and become old? Yes, become mighty in power. Their descendants are established with them in their sight, their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. Their bull breeds without failure, their cow calves without miscarriage. They send forth their little ones like a flock, and their children dance. They sing to the tambourine and harp, and rejoice to the sound of the flute. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment go down to the grave. Yet they say to God, depart from us, for we do not desire the knowledge of your ways. You know, I'm like Job. You know, I have a problem with this. You know, there's, and I hope if anybody watches this locally, I don't think they'll know who I'm talking about. But to you guys out there, you know, there's a one specific place that works on cars around here that I know. The two owners of it are just crooks, the biggest crooks in the county. I don't know, I'm not going to get into that anymore, but, you know, they're just, I don't understand it. You know, I've been trying to do right by God. You know, I've been doing more things for Him, you know, in the last year or two of my life than I've ever done before, and it seems like, you know, that's when it's got the hardest. And I know it's not from God. You know, I know that's Satan testing me, you know, or picking at me. But guys, just pray for me. I'm not going to lie about it. I'm having a real tough time right now. But I know our Lord will get me through. So I'm pray for your guys' encouraging words, and I'll see you tomorrow. Hope this is not too long.